Welcome back. In our last video, we talked about the value of visuals, why you want to post information on the walls of your workshops instead of locking it into a PowerPoint file. In this video, I want to talk about a number of best practices for making that happen. The first is have a wall plan in mind. Walk into the room and have a sense of how you're going to lay out the material in a chronological order as it's being generated. I typically like to find an area where I can post the stationary material like agendas and ground rules, and then the other area where it can grow as the conversation progresses. Second thing is to make sure that you title every flip chart that you put up on the wall. Without it, it's just words on a page, which can be confusing for the participants in the session and even harder for you after the fact. And in fact, extending that, I would suggest that you pre-populate every flip chart before you get into the room with the templates that you'll need. This will do several things. The first is it's going to force you to think very intentionally before the session about what material you're going to need to capture and in what format. This is going to enable you to really maintain your presence in the room instead of in your head trying to figure out what's next. And also, you'll find as you flip from one template to the other, rip it and ready to go, that you will really increase your persona of professionalism with all the participants in the room. While you're capturing information, I would also suggest that you use color to intentionally augment meaning. A couple of ways to do this is alternate colors as you capture information on a flip chart. It will make it much easier for your participants to see. And another way that I use color is that I create color palettes for different sections of the material so that as participants see this information on the wall, they can clearly see where one topic ends and another one starts. And lastly, if you incorporate all these best practices of visual impact, you will find that your job of turning these flip charts into that PowerPoint will be way more efficient. So in conclusion, if you will incorporate these best practices, I expect two things will happen. You're certainly going to increase the effectiveness of this document capture for your participants. And you will also make it much more efficient for you to capture this information and record it after the fact. So please do consider using these tools the next time you facilitate a workshop. Thank you.